It's the new era of SmackDown, only on USA. New logo, new graphics, apron, pyro is back. The debut of the next Roman Reigns. Sorry, Braun. We just found someone better. And a new intro, and I gotta tell you, the song does go hard on mute. Look, the song is whatever. We all listen to different stuff, right? But oh boy, man, like, Shalele to my head, I just don't see it as a wrestling theme song. I can't comprehend in what way this fits a wrestling show. No, wait. You can tell WWE ate something up when the replies are full of virgins mad as hell. Well, that's right, people. If you don't like something I do, you must have never had sex before. I do like the song, though. I think it's a very good song. In all seriousness, the intro does look pretty cool. The presentation reminds me of SmackDown Live. Most importantly, I'm glad we're moving away from this clean look. It does have more grit, you know, and the fact that we don't have LED apron, posts, I kinda like that. It makes the product look a bit more serious. And the logo might seem ridiculous at first glance, but you see what they did there? You know, this episode of SmackDown definitely did feel like a new era in some ways. Again, the biggest takeaway is that it felt a bit more serious, which I love. Now, let's talk about this SmackDown. It had a lot of guests such as RVD, Vicky Guerrero, Bobby Roode, Imperium, Sharmell and Booker, Sheamus, Michael Hayes, Ron Simmons and Teddy Long, William Regal, Damian Priest. Everybody wanted to watch SmackDown. So it's a big episode, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it. But before that, like this video, subscribe if you already didn't. Appreciate your time, appreciate your support. The OG is back, baby. The OG is back. Of course, in that kind of episode, you gotta open it with Triple H. So he said it's a new era of the WWE. And what better way to start than with the WWE Championship match inside a steel cage? I could think of stuff, but if you say so. Of course, then we got Pyro. Look at that fire in the ring, man. Kane was wilding backstage. And that's how you start the show. The WWE Championship match inside a steel cage. Now, I did enjoy the match. Again, my biggest takeaway was the new presentation. No LEDs everywhere. The show just felt a bit more serious. I could take the matches a bit more seriously. And the quality of the match was alright. You know, it was okay. If it was on a pay-per-view, I would probably forget about it in a few hours, if I'm being honest, but we did get blood, which was, in my opinion, not real blood, but I guess it did the job. Another big takeaway is that Solo was pretty strong during this match. He even kicked out, which I have mixed feelings of, honestly, but I quite enjoyed it. Of course, in the end, Cody Rhodes retained the WWE Championship. Now we got the Bloodline, and they attacked Cody Rhodes, laid the beat down until we got the OTC. And it wasn't necessarily Roman Reigns just saving Cody, it was Roman Reigns making his return after he got attacked by the Bloodline and giving some receipts. By the end, we do see Roman Reigns and Cody looking at each other. Is this a start of a new partnership? Well, not necessarily. Because backstage, Nick Aldis says, I'm gonna set up a tag team match at Blood Blood. At Blood. Solo and Jacob versus Roman and Cody. And Cody says, I want nothing to do with this. I'm done with the Bloodline. The Bloodline is Roman's business. I want nothing to do with it. In other words, he kinda pussied out. You know, let's just be honest, Cody. Let's call things by their names. Which is an interesting take, and it does make sense. It's just kinda silly in a way that it completely changed by the end of the show, right? That was a big surprise. Michin versus Piper Niven. I did not expect Michin to actually take the W right here, but I appreciate it. Of course, after the match, Michin got attacked. I kinda like the trash can spot. A lot of these moments on SmackDown, you know, felt like, okay, this is a new era, let's do something wild. A little bit. You know, it wasn't anything crazy, but I get what they did there. Who is the partner of Kevin Owens? We all thought, okay, it's most likely Cody or definitely Randy Orton, right? I mean, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton have a lot of history. They're almost a tag team. People, CM Punk's return at Survivor Series. Great moment. Rewatched it 59 times. And dare I say, if you didn't like that moment, you probably never had sex before. This Ricky guy, walking to the ring with confidence. Testosterone pumping on his body. Ricky walked with confidence like this is his show. He's the ambassador of SmackDown. Kevin Owens says, wasn't my first choice, but this is Ricky. He was then told, he's here. He's here. Sorry, Ricky. And Ricky ate the stunner. That's how Randy Orton made his return and joined Kevin Owens in a tag team match. Look, people, I like Randy Orton, my favorite superstar of all time, a wrestler, right? Kind of feel like Kevin Owens shot himself in the foot right here. He had guaranteed chance to win this match, and now he just decreased these chances by like 50%. So I'm not sure if I agree with this decision. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, I don't need The Undertaker. I don't need Goldberg. I don't need Brock Lesnar in this match. I don't need Ricky in this match. You do need Ricky. And we do need to see Ricky in action. Another fun tag team match. Again, I just watched this and felt like, okay, we're watching a different show, kinda. At least it looks different. I appreciate it. So it just felt like, another way to pop the crowd with the return of Randy Orton, double DDT, RKO and Stunner. And of course, they didn't waste any time apologizing to Ricky. All they wanted to do is, kinda get more social media points, clout. They wanted clout. Because, mentioning Ricky, talking to Ricky on television, that changes your career. And I feel like they use that opportunity very, very intelligently. Bayley wants a shot at the WWE Women's Championship. We got Tiffany Stratton, we got Naomi. I would say pretty forced setup, but what about a tag team match? If you win, you'll get the championship opportunity. If we win, you're out of SmackDown, which is not that big of a problem anyway. They would go to Raw, which is a better show anyway. Kind of like that booty spot, and it seemed like Bayley was about to... She was like, PG programming, Pete, can't do that. Can't do that. Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. Another match that made this show really fun. So they're tied, right? 2-2. Whoever wins is probably going to get the United States Championship opportunity. So this match was exactly what you thought it would be. Maybe it's getting a bit repetitive, but is that really a problem when it's good? I liked it. Enjoyed it. And Andrade won the match, which was kinda expected in my opinion. LA Knight comes out and says, I talked to all this, you're getting that United States Championship opportunity. So it's probably gonna happen at Bad Blood. And, it's not necessarily going to be a great story, which is unfortunate. I want more good stories for LA Knight. So far, Logan versus LA Knight was the best, right? When it comes to this championship, whatever. Maybe squeezing in a main eventer in this would make this championship, would make this rivalry feel a bit more important. But I get it. Obviously, Carmelo needs more opportunities. Andrade, ever since he came back, he didn't do much. Let's be honest right here. The match is gonna be fine, but LA Knight is gonna retain. That is pretty obvious, and that should be the case, right? The show ends with Roman Reigns. Nick Aldis says, I know we have history and all, but Roman just takes the microphone and says, I am the original tribal chief. I am the only tribal chief. Things change. I don't. This is my ring. This is my show. We see Cody. We thought he's gonna be like, well, after the attack, I just changed my mind, Roman. I'm gonna be your partner. Well, not necessarily. He was offended. Of course, we see the stare down and he says, well, it was. It's Cody's show now. I don't know, man. The crowd are responding differently. But of course, we see the bloodline, and it continues. Cody and Roman versus the bloodline in the ring. Of course, Cody and Roman cleared. Roman signed the contract. It's enough. He didn't want to, but he still hands the contract to Cody, and Cody signs it. So we're getting this tag team match. Okay, look, people. It's gonna sound ridiculous, but universe mode activated. Oh my god, that was bad. So, free bird rule, right? Like, the bloodline, they're all tag team champions. But the championship's on the line. I think it would tell such a great story. Kind of reminds me of John Cena and Batista when they became the WWE Tag Team Champions. Cody and Roman as Tag Team Champions, even though they don't really want that, well, it's good for the story. I would actually love that shit. We got this kind of story many times in the WWE. I understand, but it would make this unlikely partnership even more interesting in my opinion. So did this new era of SmackDown only on USA deliver? Well, it was the same thing really, with a fresh coat of paint, but I enjoyed it. I like this new look. I appreciate it. Also, Raw is going to be 2 hours, which is something I really want to talk about later. I think these shows are gonna really, benefit from the draft. We need a shake-up, kind. Obviously, the SmackDown roster is going to be a bit bigger. So, thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe if you already didn't. Appreciate your time so much. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.